after studying around the world and learning from brilliant scientists and physicians, is that we have a biologic system known as the endocannabinoid system. Is a real live biologic system found in every living organ except for insects, and they have their own bioregulatory systems different from ours. And the importance of this endocannabinoid system is that it maintains physiologic balance, known as homeostasis. It puts the brakes on things that go crazy. It governs every other biologic system, from thinking to pooping and everywhere in between. So, okay, what's the deal? If this thing is so important, why didn't we never hear of it? Why is this not being taught? Well, there's a political reason why it's not being taught, but different than an organ-based system where you can cut somebody open and see the heart and the lungs and the kidneys, and different than a cellular-based system where you can look at cells under a microscope or do blood assays. The endocannabinoids, endo means endogenous, from within, and cannabinoids mean that our body makes chemicals similar to the plant. They're fleeting. It's chemical-based. They're made on demand. They're used locally, and they're rapidly broken down. So it was really hard to figure out and tease out these endocannabinoids. So we have this biologic system, and I'm going to teach you something that now most doctors don't know, and you can share this with your friends and family and your physicians. So the endocannabinoid system is made up of some basic components. One are the endocannabinoids themselves. Those are the chemicals that our body produces. Receptors. There are docking stations in our body where chemicals of all sorts interact and either turn on or turn off certain biologic activity. And then the enzymes that make and break down these molecules. So let's talk about receptors first. On a high level, receptors are looked at like a lock and key, that you can either turn on something or turn off something. The molecule has a proper shape, and the receptor has a shape, and it sits together. This is a very simplified explanation of a receptor. It's way more complicated. Sometimes you have a partial receptor, sometimes it's a little sometimes it's a little here and there, and it partially does something or doesn't do something. But for this lecture, let's think about it like that. I think it'll be easier. So in Israel, the Dr. Raphael Mechoulam, who I talked about before, the father of cannabis science, characterized in the 1960s the structure of THC. And he characterized it and looked at it and was curious, how does this work? So he tagged it, and he, like I think with a matchstick, chewing gum, and some paper clips, figured out, because he showed me his lab, it was insane how rudimentary it is. He figured out that THC interacted with a receptor that we had, and he called it CB1, cannabinoid 1 receptor, and it's found in our brains. That's where he found it. It is, in fact, in our brain, the most abundant GPCR receptor, more than any other one. It took till 1988 to find it. In 1993, he found another receptor called CB2, and it's found predominantly in the periphery. But the cool thing about finding these receptors is not, hey, there's some plant in India or in China or somewhere that's going to interact with our receptors. He knew that if we had these receptors, we must have chemicals that our own body makes that interacts with them. And so the search was on.
Hey there, vegan family. Thank you so much for watching our video clip. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, tell all your family and friends. We really want to help this channel grow, so that would be amazing. And also, if you really liked it and you'd like to purchase the entire video, you can head to the link in our description box below and you can purchase this video or get the collection from the cruise. So thanks again for watching. Hope you're having a beautiful day, and also hope we get to see you aboard the ship very soon. Aloha. Whoop, 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 whoop.